loud, Mark.
It's like the loudest it can get, Mom.
There was once a donkey who had spent all of his life carrying corn sacks to the mill for his master. But now he was getting old, and every sack seemed heavier, and every day seemed longer. I really should find some other profession, he thought. But how else could I possibly make a living? My only other talent is my voice. Aha, that's it, music. I will go to Bremen and become the town musician. So he set out for Bremen. And he had been walking for just a little while when he saw an old hound lying in the road, gasping and panting. "Hello, old fellow," he said. "Why are you breathing so hard?" "I've been running," said the hound. Running away, that is. I'm too old and weak to hunt, and my master doesn't want me anymore. And how am I ever going to earn my bread and bones?" "Well, now, I happen to have an answer to that problem," said the donkey. "Why not come with me? I'm going to Bremen to be the town musician. I will play the lute and bray. And I can beat the drum and bay." Not bad. "I will go with you." So the two musicians went on toward Bremen. They hadn't been long on the road when they met a cat sitting on the path. And his face was as long as a rainy week, and his whiskers were drooping and trembling. There, old shaver," said the donkey. "Don't cry. Nothing can be that bad." "Oh, can't it, though?" wailed the cat. "I used to be the best mouse catcher in the country, but now I'm too old and can only sit by the fire. What am I to do? Where am I to go?" "Come with us to Bremen," said the donkey. "You're a born serenader, and we'll make a rousing trio." "Who, me? Me? Meow?" "Well, perhaps it would work. Let's try it." So the trio continued on toward Bremen. Soon the animals came to a farmyard, and on the gate sat a rooster, crowing with all his might. "Now that," said the donkey, "is a truly magnificent crow." "I am singing my heart out," said the rooster, "while I still can. I have just heard the farmer's wife say that tomorrow I go into the soup kettle. This is my last crow, but it will be my best." "How fine it is to meet a musician who takes pride in his work," said the donkey. "But why stay here and make soup when you can come with us and make music?" Happily, the rooster agreed, and the four friends went on together toward Bremen. When evening came, they decided to stop and look for a place to spend the night. The rooster flew to the top of a tree, and in a moment called down, "There's a light up ahead." They soon saw that the light came from a window in a house. The donkey tiptoed up to it and looked in. "What do you see?" asked the rooster. "What do I see? I see a room filled with riches, a table covered with good things to eat, and sitting at the table, a band of robbers. Well, perhaps we can earn our supper here. Let us think." So the musicians worked out a plan. The donkey went back to the window and put his 4 feet up on the sill. The hound jumped up on the donkey's back, and the cat leaped up on the dog, and the rooster perched on the cat's head. Then the donkey rapped the sill with his hoof. At the very first note of the town musicians of Bremen, the robbers screamed in fright, leaped to their feet, and ran out into the forest. The four minstrels agreed that their performance had certainly earned them some supper. So they went into the house, sat down at the table, and ate as if they might never see another meal. Then they carefully put out the light, and each found the sleeping place that suited him best. The donkey stretched out on some straw in the backyard, the hound curled up behind the door, the cat lay on the hearth, and the rooster flew to the rafters of the roof, and soon they were all sound asleep. Meanwhile, the robbers were huddled out in the forest, but when it was past midnight, they crept in closer to the house. "We were foolish to be so frightened," said the leader. "We can't leave our house and our treasures just because we heard a noise. No matter how horrible it was, we can't leave our house." And he bravely ordered one of his men to go back and investigate. The robber tiptoed back to the house and slid in the front door. It was dark and silent inside. By the hearth, he saw what he thought were 2 live coals, and quietly he reached over to light them. But suddenly, the coals were the glistening eyes of the cat, who flew into the robber's face, spitting and scratching. "Help!" cried the robber, and ran for the back door, but the hound leaped up and bit his leg. "Help! Help!" he cried again, and ran out into the yard, but here the donkey gave him a hearty kick, and the rooster, jumping up and down in the rafters, crowed at the top of his lungs. The robber ran back to his leader as fast as he could. "There's a dreadful witch sitting on the hearth," he said, "and she spat at me and scratched me, and by the door stands a man with a knife, and he stabbed me, and in the yard lies a black monster, and he beat me with a club, and on the roof is the judge, and he roared, 'Caught the rascal, did you? We must never go back again.'" And they never did. But the house suited the 4 musicians so well that they never left it, not even to go to Bremen, and they lived there happily for all the rest of their lives.
Yeah!